Oh my gosh, I can't believe how long it's been. 4 long months, people. 4 months since I left here, and I um I'm in a very, very, very different setup than my craft room. And if you see me looking off to the side a lot throughout this show, it's because I'm looking down at the chat room, which is off here to the side. And I wish I could show you my setup right now. So I am so excited that you guys are here, but also really, really nervous because I feel like I haven't done this in so long. I sort of forget what I used to do. So I thought we would just kick off the Late Night Crafty Club like we always should with our beverage of choice. I will be drinking water tonight. I was noticing in the comments I saw root beer in there, which, oh man, I would love to have root beer right now. But I wanted to just say cheers, everybody. Cheers to the Late Night Crafty Club, back online the way that it is. And cheers to all of us for showing up, because we are here to talk about Camp Reset and what we will be packing for Camp Reset, and probably what is Camp Reset. So you will notice that I have this amazingly beautiful polka dot background, and this is actually a Martha Stewart bedsheet. Holla! It is hiding the gorgeous Reset Girl shop that's behind me. That if you guys saw, you would be horrified that that's where all your beautiful packages come from. And this is really where I've been spending hours of my life because I am technically homeless right now. Literally, we don't have a home, we don't have an RV. We spend the majority of our time here, and then my really good friend, I've known her for like 18 years. She is so sweet. Her and her husband are like, come stay with us. So we sleep over there, and then we come back over here. So this is like the most time I've been in the office since we've been leasing it. And next month, our lease will be up. So this will be the very last time we have this commercial space. So if I took the sheet down right now, you guys, it'd be like a collective gasp all over the country, all over the globe. The horror! So I love you guys, so we will just keep the sheet up. And I was hoping these glasses I could see better, but I don't think I actually see better without them. So how many of my girls here and young men, I think I have a couple guys that sometimes show up, are Gen Xers? I need to see the Gen Xers in the house. If you are in your 40s, mid-30s to mid-40s, that's about approximately the Gen X group. And I have to say something. I recently got my first pair of readers, so I officially feel old. I wear glasses because I'm nearsighted, so things in the distance are fuzzy. But now I'm actually having to wear these so I can read a menu, read things I'm writing. Wow, yes. So, what? The readers. And you know what? They're awesome! Why did I wait so long to try them? I really thought my glasses, like, this is what I'm supposed to be wearing. But once I put them on, I could suddenly read all the text on the pill bottles and vitamin bottles. That was my problem. I could never read what they were printing on there. And then I was in Rite Aid, and the display was right over there, so I grabbed a pair, and I was like, oh, I can see! So anyway, I wear glasses all the time. You guys know I'm a glass wearer, but now I'm a reader's wearer. So, yes. Late baby boomer. Well, you know what? Baby boomers, that's what my mom is. I'm happy to have you. I have people from all over in the generation spectrum, which I think is awesome. I welcome everybody. So I have a different setup, and it's very different. So I don't have the fancy craft desk, but I do have this little camera that's next to me. So if I need to do a little like a close-up, I'm gonna practice here. right there. There's my little close-up camera. So I can show you, stuff in a more close-up way. So I appreciate you guys showing up, and I know this isn't as amazing as my craft room. I feel a little self-conscious about sitting in front of a sheet, but I am so glad. Yay, Franklin's here! Hey! So yes, we have a planner guy in the room, and that's awesome. I love when Franklin shows up. So welcome to the Late Night Crafty Club. If you've never watched the show before, this was my attempt at creating an environment where those of us who tend to stay in on Friday nights and, we're maybe more introverted, maybe that's just kind of like the day where you're just a down day, where like, hey, it's been a long week. It would be an opportunity to be able to kind of gather together in front of your laptop or your computer or your phone and kind of watch what I'm up to here in my craft room. And you'd be able to talk to each other in the chat room, which is amazing because there are women from all over the world. I know I saw my friend Lucy, who I believe you are from Brazil. So I know I have ladies from all over the world, and I'm just, every time I see that when you guys start saying where you're from, I'm just like, it's so exciting. So this is for all of us to get a chance to like talk to each other, because in our real lives, we probably don't know a ton of crafty people. I know one crafty friend. Well, that's not true. I have a few crafty friends, but they came from the planner community. So until then, I've just been the lone crafter all on my own. So this episode will be recorded, so if you have to go because it's midnight or 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning, wherever you are, I totally understand. You will not be judged for leaving early. The episode will air as soon as we upload it. Now, I have noticed that when I do the completely live show, the uploading process takes hours. We start the uploading like after the show airs. And the processing and uploading time, the shows don't even go online until Sunday. So that's generally when you'll see this episode right now will be on Sunday. Not the next day like I always hope, but it's usually Sunday. So a little bit of housekeeping. Because it's been so long, I thought I would update you, because the last time I signed off, I feel like I had a completely different life. So let's see. We are no longer in, maybe it hasn't been 4 months. I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe it's been a shorter amount of time. So we are no longer in our house. Obviously, that's gone. We had an RV. We had it for a very brief time. We had it. We were having it customized. They were putting new flooring in and getting it kind of set up for us to live in it full time. Most of the time when people do renovations, they do it themselves. Usually it saves money, and if you have any kind of crafty skills, you could make it happen. Mr. Crafty and I, despite our vocation, are not actually crafty when it comes to like DIY home things. So we don't know how to put down flooring and all that fancy stuff. We don't have tools or any of that. So we just turned it over to a company to do it. And a lot of time passed, and I did end up leaving Washington, and I'm trying so hard right now to remember when did I leave? Time feels so odd now. So at the end of, oh no, it hasn't been 4 months. I don't know why I keep saying it's been 4 months since I've been on the show. So at the end of March, my father called me to let me know that he had been diagnosed. He had a mass on his brain, in his brain. So when we went to see him in California, which we left immediately to do that, he was then diagnosed with melanoma in his brain. And in addition, he had cancer throughout his body, which was really shocking. In my entire life, I've never heard anybody have cancer so prolifically. But there's my dad for you. He was always one to go for the gold. So he was surprisingly he's such a positive person, and I don't think I ever realized what kind of man he was, really, until like I watched him go through that. We were the ones crying, and he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine." So at that time, we were told we were gonna have like 6 to 9 months if he had treatment. So I came home, we wrapped up the house, I said goodbye to everyone, and I went to stay with my parents. And I was with my parents at their home for the entire month of April and into May. And my father had a chemo treatment, his very first. And within like 24 hours of that, he was on a respirator. He could no longer breathe on his own. And within 4 days, he was not getting better. And he didn't want to be on a machine. So we opted to honor his wishes. So on May 24th, my father graduated to heaven. And from that point on, I feel like I've just been in this weird limbo. We came home. We had immediate problems with our RV. And it's like I feel so disconnected from my life. And I'm sharing all of this because I have been rather, I feel like I've been kind of like missing in action and not really super involved in my Facebook groups or on Instagram. I feel like, I don't know how to explain it other than I feel like I've been disconnected from my old life. And now I'm a person who, I'm in the club of those without a dad. And it's really weird because I thought about that so much. Even when I was a kid, I used to think about what would that be like if one of my parents died. And every time someone would say, I lost my dad, oh my gosh, like a little part of my heart would just be like, what a horrible experience. So I feel like I'm still sort of in the, not denial, but I would say like it doesn't feel real yet. And and with all of the different issues and problems we've had, I feel like it's been keeping me occupied. Our RV is now at a mechanic's, and I don't even know how long it's going to be sitting there, because in the world of RVs, having something repaired is like, it takes forever. So I honestly couldn't tell you how long I'm going to be in this situation. But nonetheless, despite everything that's going on, despite being an introvert without a home, I am determined that we are having Camp Reset. And I think the reason why I was like, it's going to be perfect timing to do Camp Reset is because of everything that's happening. And I feel like, man, I feel like I lost like my little foundation here. But even still, even if that like inspires you to like, I'm going to get in there and do camp, because it's important, even when you're especially when you're going through it, that you take care of yourself. And I am determined. My father would be so disappointed in me if I gave up, if I quit, if I sat there and drowned my sorrows in ice cream, if I said goodbye to everything I've worked so hard to build. He would be so disappointed, because believe it or not, my father was so interested in what we do here in the planner community. He loved hearing about what I do. He was so proud of me. And it's for my dad that I need to dig in even harder, because he's still watching me. And I want that to be a testimony to his life and his influence on me. He was my greatest encourager I had in my life. And I feel like that's my job here, is being your encourager, if you would like me to be. But that's who I am as a person, is I'm an encourager. So Camp Reset, to me, feels like this breath of fresh air, this break from the mundane. It's planner girls. I feel like planner people. We are very oriented to our task lists, our to-dos, our everything we have to get done. We're so focused on our weeks, our months, our year, planning ahead, writing things down. We deliberately put ourselves, in some crazy way. It's like it'd be strange, right, if we weren't like that. But there's a part of us that are very oriented to the things happening in our life. And I actually haven't even been keeping a planner, so to speak, because like I said, I'm in this weird thing. It's hard to plan when you don't know what your life will look like to the next week. Where will I be living? I don't know. But I have been making lists. So I am a list maker through and through. So that I have been staying on track for. And I've been working my little fingers typing away for Camp Reset and making an amazing welcome package and emails and materials. My friend Kelly and I have been just Wonder Twin powers. I know my Gen Xers know what that means. Over the Camp Reset materials, the freebies, the printables. You guys, I am putting so much of my heart into this. When I think about doing this, it is like, it is a way of like hugging you guys. It is a way of giving back to you. I get the most beautiful little messages and emails, and some of you guys are like such loyal customers. You have helped us so greatly in being able to stay, doing what we do. And I want to give back and show you my gratitude and do something that would help you. I love coming up with stuff like this. I'm like such an idea girl. So I'm very excited. I can't wait for it to launch. Now I'm kind of scared because I've never done anything like this before. But we have a fantastic calendar of events planned. And what I really want you to get out of it is this is a chance for you. We're all creative. I just look down and I see activate. Yeah, Erica, activate. Shape of a planner girl. So, oh, you are so welcome, Miss Zoop Paper Company. We're so inundated with all of our stuff. Here's a chance for us to take a break from that and to really use our creative superpowers and our imagination. So obviously, none of us are living a retreat lifestyle right now, right? This is where I'm at, and a lot of you've got little kids running around. I saw one of you said that you couldn't even get, hello, Miss Karen, that you couldn't even get your little 2-year-old to sleep. And I love, I love being an empty nester. I do. I really do. I look forward to the one day I'm going to have grandchildren to spoil, but I'm glad I'm an empty nester because this is the season that I really want to dig in and make that mark, like make a difference in people's lives. But I get that a lot of you guys, you've got kids. A lot of you are struggling with illnesses that keep you housebound. A lot of you are struggling with depression right now. I hear you. A lot of you work outside the home. I get that too because I was doing that as well. So I get that the reality is we are in a very busy oriented environment. So I implore you to take this opportunity to push yourself to take time. Every time that voice says, I'm too busy to do that, you tell that voice, shh, hush, hush, because you are such an important and vital part of your family's life. And, if you don't have, you're not raising kids anymore, if you have a significant other, or if it's just you are important enough to take some time to focus on nurturing yourself. And that's what this really is. It's an opportunity for nurturing. So I put a lot of thought into what components, do most women and men struggle with in their lives, that they have a hard time really honing in on. And so every week we're going to do a different fun activity that's going to have like a game, a couple weekly challenges. I'm going to do a video. We're going to do a late night crafty club, and we're going to kind of hone in on that theme and talk about it. So I wanted to show you in this episode, I wanted to show you how you could prepare to get the most out of your camp experience and not have any excuses for like, I don't have time to do my assignment tonight or do my activity or do this, and I don't know where this is or that is. Tonight is the thing that us planner people love. It's being prepared. How many of us love to prepare? How many of us love to think ahead and we make lists for events that may not even happen, but we love doing it? Planner girl through and through. Now, maybe I might be late for my appointments or forget them, but planning things, I love doing it. So here's the chance for all of us to get a little tougher on ourselves and don't allow yourself to make excuses. So one of the things I wanted to start off with for Camp Reset and get you guys excited was doing a packing list. So I did notice, I tried to post it in all my groups, that I had this packing list available, and all you had to do was go onto my blog and click the little button and sign up. And I'm going to, let's see here, down. There we go. So here's the packing list. Now, if you have not gotten the packing list, that is where you can find it. That is actually a web address. So Bitly is this really cool website that will take a really super long URL and shorten it, and you can even customize it. So that is my own link, Bitly, and that's the TRG library. So when you go there, you will see in the Late Night Crafty Club section, there is a Camp Reset packing list. And this is what it looks like. And you would also get a really cool free label because you're going to label your bin. So this is what we're going to talk about tonight, and what you need and why. It's like a little hint about things to come, which is exciting. So the 4 weekly challenges that the 4 weeks that we're going to kind of review in camp. I can see this big red, my neck is all blotchy. We're going to talk about self-care in week 1, and we're going to put together a self-care planner. And whether you are a TN person or a ring-bound person, or you're both, I am going to provide you planner tabs and little labels and little page headers so that we will all be making the same planner. And if you want to add to it, you will totally be able to do that because you'll get some blank tabs. I know a lot of times when I go in the groups, I see people will ask questions like, give me ideas for tabs. Give me ideas for making sections in my planner. So these are how I have my self-care planner set up, what I think is cool, and you can make your own. You can decide that you don't like what I came up with. You can edit, or you can just use the little template to make some blank ones. Totally fine. But at least we could all get on the same page. You could hear my explanation of why I came up with these little tabs, and then you could make it and then decide whether it works for you or not. But how cool is that all of us are going to have a self-care planner? Again, whether you're a TN person or the ring bound, I have A5 and TN printables in every weekly challenge. You guys will get little planner printables. And so what will happen is if you're a TN person, you'll just cut out the little section of printable, and you'll kind of paste it over an existing page, which is like, that's my cheat that I do when I want to customize a page. But because I really don't like the TN, making the booklets is quite challenging, and it would be really hard for me to put together printables like that for the group. You have to be pretty genius to work with them and assemble them the right way. So this is just kind of like easy, low stress way of creating it, and that way you guys can participate and not feel like it's too hard, it's too much. The last thing I want to do is create more stress in your life, right? So, well, thank you, Miss Velvet Philo. I am so glad that this is, I've been hearing that a lot, that a lot of people are saying, right now, this is like the best time this could be happening, and trust me, I hear you. I feel the same way. I really do. So, the topics for the weeks is self-care of the planner, and we're also going to talk about, in week 2, we're going to talk about, I'm calling it nutrition, which is like a fancy way of saying, we're going to focus on the healthy sipping and snacking. I am a snacker. I love to snack. Now, this is not a full-blown health and fitness discussion at all. These are just like high-level little ideas for you to think about, just keeping a little kit next to you throughout, we're in the summertime, and a lot of us kind of have different lifestyles. Those of us with kids full-time and working, here's a chance for you to start making little tiny steps, because one of the things that we start learning is, good health and self-care come with establishing habits, routines. So in week 1, we're going to talk about, in your self-care planner, that will be one of the challenges is creating habits and routines. We're going to carry that into week 2, which is going to then talk about healthy eating, which will continue about the habits that we have, and we'll talk about that, and we'll have a chance to swap or find recipes to share with each other for healthy snacks and healthy sips. I came up with that. I thought that was so smart. So I have a Pinterest board that I've already started that I found really delicious, yummy looking snacks and really like fruit infused waters. So I will be sharing that with the group, and you guys can like browse and find stuff you like and share with the group. So that will be fun. And then movement. Week 3, we're going to start challenging ourselves to do like step counting. We're going to do a nature walk with a scavenger hunt on it. So some of us live in more urban areas, so I get that maybe a nature walk might look a little different for you than it does for me. But even people, in cities have parks. So, obviously New York City, biggest city in the country, has an amazing park. I am very fortunate here in Washington, here in the Tacoma area. We have the second biggest urban park in America. It's second only to Central Park, called Point Defiance. And it is incredible. So I've been filming some like footage from it, and I'm going to film myself taking a walk so that you guys can like have a virtual kind of experience if you want to. But you'll get to see some of the beautiful scenery and get to experience perhaps not the sight, the smell, and the feel of it, but at least getting to see it. And I like looking at pretty things, and even if it's just photos, I just thought that would be kind of fun to do to help those of you. If you're not able to get out and walk, you can still walk around your house. I will accept that. This is all about movement. I don't want you to think of it as exercise per se. We just need to move our bodies more because we were not designed to sit in a chair for hours on end. The last week is all about creativity. That's going to be super fun. I'm going to show you a really fun challenge that I came up with for myself to get some of those projects or little Pinterest pins that you've always wanted to make, but you never do, is actually to get them done. So we're going to do some creative projects and share with the group. And in the Camp Reset world, you get to earn badges for completing your challenges. And we're going to have overachiever badges. So if you're like me and you're like, more badges, please, there's going to be other opportunities to earn badges, including, if you do all 30 days of Lister's Got a List, there is a LGL badge because you're a rock star. And I know there's quite a few people in that group who do every single day like clockwork. So that would be an easy way of getting a badge. But there will be some fun extracurricular badges that you can do. And personally, I love collecting things, and I think a lot of us do. So we've made you these fun little badge tracking sheets so that you can actually print and punch out the badges and paste them or glue them if you paste them or stick them on your little tracker sheet. So, I mean, who doesn't love that? And the best part is if you want to do this with your kids, a lot of the activities we're going to do are, in my opinion, kid-friendly, or you can adapt them for your kids. So you can make this like a little group experience if you want, or do this with your girlfriends. If you've got friends that are not crafty, that's okay. There's like lots of challenges in what we're going to do that is not crafty per se, but I will always give you, I feel like, options to kind of tap into your creativity. So I am so excited about this. I think about Camp Reset every night when I go to bed because I'm just like, this is so exciting and fun to me. I have a whole YouTube playlist set up for you guys. It's all like hours and hours of listening to like babbling brooks and bird song and like wind rustling in the trees, rain falling in the forest at night, stuff like that. I love listening to sounds like that when I go to sleep. You could listen to it in the bath. You could listen to it in the car. So you will have an entire playlist of music like that. And then we're going to have a fun, yes, Kathleen, Girl Scouts. Totally. I was a Girl Scout. How many of you guys were Girl Scouts? Girl Scouts? Anybody? I know there's like a little delay between what I'm saying and then what you guys are doing, so I'll just wait. How many Girl Scouts do I have in the room? Because I was a Girl Scout, I think I was a cadet too for a few. And I remember going to camp twice. Girl Scout camp. Yep, look at all that. Whoop whoop. You guys, this is so gonna be like Girl Scouts with those badges. They look just like Girl Scout badges. So yay! How cool is that, you guys? Aw, I feel a little emotional. Look at it all. Look at us. A bunch of us were Girl Scouts. How cool is that? So yes, this will be just like Girl Scout camp. And I remember learning certain songs at Girl Scout camp, and when we had to make a meal over the campfire. So this is obviously kind of a virtual camp experience. And so I want to show you a couple of the things in the packing list that I hope will kind of help you kind of create that little sacred space for yourself to really kind of find ways to really be able to close your eyes and imagine being at camp and having this experience. I actually put together a Pinterest board that is full of pictures of retreat locations and tree houses. And so when I post it, you guys can peruse it. You can print them out, cut them up, put them on your vision pages, which we're going to do as an activity, so that you can visualize that's where I am right now, listening to my bird song and the little babbling brook in the background. And that's the perfect environment. Light a candle, put your little diffuser on, and start crafting because you're at camp. So yeah, you're going to have to be creative in making that beauty around you. And I'm going to do it, and you can do it. We're going to, look for opportunities. You might have to spend time in your backyard if you have to, in the evening or at night after the kids go to sleep. Get yourself a tent. Make a tent. This is Mom's tent. This is my space. You can escape away from home if you need to. If you are someone who works outside the home, use your lunch break. I know it's really hot right now, so being in your car might be challenging, but if you can turn the air conditioning on, go to a local park, go to the library. The library is one of the quietest places ever, and you can put your earphones on, listen to something, and just escape. Escape into your imagination, work on your weekly challenges. You're going to be encouraged to read different things and look at different resources. I am going to just fill you up with all kinds of ideas to really help you see self-care as a daily to-do. And I'm not just preaching to you. I'm preaching to myself now, because I can see over the last year, I have let my own taking care of myself backslide. I will be honest, there's been times that I will just sit working at my desk for so long, I will forget to eat. I will be eating dinner at 10 o'clock at night. Mr. Crafty and I have been leaving the office at 10, 11, midnight, because we just get in this weird schedule, and I don't have a routine at all. And that is really not a good way to be. I'm not saying that routines are rigid and they should be followed to the T. Obviously, life doesn't allow for that, and it's not a healthy way to be rigid either. But you should have built into your day breaks, mental breaks, body breaks, where you're getting up and moving around. So that is what you are going to be encouraged. Camp Reset is a full body, spirit, mind, the whole 9 yards, for all of us to be taking better care of ourselves. So I was, let's see. Okay, so I think, what else do I have to tell you guys? The welcome kit and email, if you have registered for Camp Reset, the welcome kit and email is going out on June 25th, which is Monday. So you're going to get this big packet emailed to you. And so you can read through it. I would recommend reading through it before you print it, because I have little recommendations of what to print it on. So some pages that have printables, I'm telling you, hey, print this page on cardstock. Hey, print this page on sticker paper. And you can obviously print it on whatever you want, whatever resources you have. But if you have options, that's what I would recommend. So I wanted you to get the best quality out of the materials I provided. So I just made recommendations. So please take time to read over the welcome kit. I went into a lot of detail. I'm just touching on a little few things as I'm talking to you now. But I went into a lot of detail to explain what you're going to be doing, how to participate, how to earn badges, what all the badges mean. I give you a beautiful calendar where you can see everything's lined out for you. It's all pre-printed, and there's even an itinerary printable where you can just print it, trim it, put it in your planner to remind you. You're getting a membership card. You're even getting one of those little teeny tiny ones for your key ring, which I highly recommend you put on your key ring to remind you, hey, I'm supposed to be doing my camp reset today or this week, and don't forget. Because if you participate and you do different things, there's going to be like all kinds of badge opportunities. And for us Girl Scouts, former Girl Scouts, like there's a part of you, you know what I'm talking about. It was just like, oh, I have to earn all the badges. So, because I'm still like that. We're all still like that. I mean, look who I'm talking to. We're all like using stickers and all of this. So, yes, there you go. Pitch the tent. If you guys have little tents, pitch a tent in your backyard, in your living room, whatever your circumstances are. Be creative. Think about it. Don't just go, oh, I don't have time. Oh, I don't have the space. Think about it for a minute. How can I get away? How can I create that space to run off and kind of do my stuff? You want to put yourself in a position where you're not being interrupted. So that's like little bitty interruptions. The bigger grown-up kind, you know, you want to be able to say, hey guys, like this is really important to mom. This is really important to me. I really need all of us to be on board. And I even make you guys a door hanger in your kit so that you can hang it on the door and it says, hey, I'm at Camp Reset. So if Camp Reset is in your bathroom, then so be it. The bathroom is often a sacred space in most families. When you're in the bathroom, the door's shut, a lot of people are like, I'll talk to you later. I know kids have a bigger problem respecting that, but kids do sleep at times. If you have to change your sleeping schedule a little bit to do things for yourself, I would just say, hey, it's 30 days. And just continually remind yourself, don't make excuses. Don't let yourself off the hook. This is your chance to make the most of this opportunity. I've never seen anyone put together this kind of camp experience before, and I would sign up for what I'm offering because it does sound intriguing and fun. And again, this is my heart to you guys. This is me thinking about all of you and what your lives are like and wanting to give something like an experience to you guys because I just love you guys so much. I'm so grateful. My heart is full of such gratitude for you guys. You have really helped me make a huge reset, in this part of my life. It's been a huge blessing. So this is a gift from me to you, and I really want you to take full advantage of it. So let's jump in to the packing list because I've got stuff to show you. Who loves seeing stuff? Like, it's one thing to talk about it, but who loves to see the stuff, right? Don't we all love seeing stuff? I will tell you, I'm going to start making videos like this because I love watching videos like this. I love those videos that it's like May favorites, June favorites, and you just see stuff that person liked, whether it's beauty products or stationery products, whatever it is. I am so like, ooh, I just want to see what she likes. And a lot of times, what she likes is so intriguing, I might actually buy it or something because I'm like, I want to try it. That sounds amazing. So I'm going to start making those type of videos on my channel because I just think they're fun, and I'm all about discovering things. And yes, I have to live in a minimal world now because I have an RV space, and I have to tell you, we started unpacking before the bad things began happening. But I will tell you, in my dream, in my imagination, when I was putting my stuff away, I had so much space. But when reality came and I actually started putting stuff away, I was like, wow, this cabinet's not as big as I thought it was. So I am going to be more cognizant of, how much stuff I'm buying and all that good stuff. But again, I love these type of videos, so that's what I'm going to be cranking out. So I have my packing list here. So I'm going to kind of go along with the packing list. And this is just, again, okay. again, here's my packing list. If you're watching this right now, right up here is the sign up, where to go to sign up for camp. If you're in the Facebook group, there's a very good, what I did is the old Goal Getters Club, I took that club and I renamed it, and now it's Camp Reset. So you may have already, like, you may have been in the club and was like, oh, this is new, but you're not officially registered for Camp Reset until you go here and sign up. Because how I'm delivering all the weekly challenges, all the printables, is through email. So that's where you have to go. So if you know that you're in the group, but you haven't officially signed up anything and gone and, filled in your email, I implore you to go do that, because Monday is the big emails going out, the welcome package, and you really, really, really want that. So, okay, so we're going to start here. And I just realized something. This web address is not the one for this. That was a mistake. Anyway, don't worry about it, because I am actually going to be giving you the playlist, the YouTube playlist, very shortly. So that will be coming. And so you'll know where to go to start listening. And like some of the videos, you guys, are like 10 hours long. 10 hours of listening to a babbling brook. And sometimes during the day, I will put that on and just listen to it as I work. It is so soothing. It's hard to be in a bad mood when you're listening to birds chirping and the wind in the trees. And I'm in this very chaotic, noisy, fluorescent light office. So it's not pretty, but hey, I just realized you guys couldn't see me, that all you were looking at was my Camp Reset thing. Sorry about that. What was I saying? So I'm not in a pretty environment, but those sounds are just so soothing. So there's such power in listening to stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. And so one of the first things I wanted to share with you, that's not technically on the list, but is one of my favorite things, one of my most favorite possessions, and I literally carry this in my tote with me all the time, and that is my Bose headphones. Now, you can use earbuds. They work. They're awesome. I carry earbuds with me too. This was a birthday gift when one year, this was my birthday gift from Mr. Crafty, and these are the best investment I think I've ever made in a tech item. Because they are expensive. These are noise canceling, and they have two different kinds. So you can get a noise canceling version and then the regular. So the noise canceling version, and these were from Target. They're over $200, so they're definitely not cheap. But I'm just going to put this out there. They are amazing, and a lot of the times, why I wanted them was for flights, because they literally drown out the sound of crying babies. The sound of the jet. I love taking red-eye flights at night when I fly to the east side of the country. So these are perfect for sleeping, because you don't even have to have music on. They just have this little noise canceling feature right here. There we go. And that little green light. And so when I put them on, suddenly the whole room is still. I can't hear anything. So they're fantastic if you want to sit in the family room with your family, but not necessarily hear your family, but you can work on your project. You can work on a crafty project. You can read. So that's why I'm saying that although they're spendy, if I could imagine if, just for your sanity's sake, that they would be really nice to have to create that really lovely experience. So I do have Bose earbuds too. They're obviously noise canceling is way to go. And I think they do offer noise canceling earbuds. Those might be more budget friendly. I don't normally get presents like this or buy presents, things that are this expensive. But now that I have them, I have to say they're like one of my favorite things I own, and I carry them with me in my tote every day because I end up using them. I am an introvert through and through, and I cannot work in noisy environments. I can't concentrate. I can't focus. Distractions are so hard on me. So that's why having them is a blessing, because now that I'm, during the day, I'm in a room now with Mr. Crafty, with Miss Mallory, our employee, and they have the radio going. And sometimes I don't want to hear words with my songs. I just want to hear pretty music. So just saying, these are amazing. So the other thing is, okay, this is going to be kind of awkward, but all right. So the bin itself, okay, as you can see, I just got a regular plastic bin for this guy. And that has all my stuff in it. So if you think that you're going to spend the majority of your time in your little getaway, you can put this bin together and just stick it in your getaway. You can stick it in a closet, in the bathroom, wherever it's going to benefit you the most, where you think like your habit is going to be kind of in this little spot, if that's what you're able to do. Put your bin there and put the stuff in here, like keep it in there. When you're done using it, put it back in the bin, because you don't want to have to go stop to go look for something when you're ready to do your camp reset, your visit to camp reset. So that's the first step, is the bin, and I added my little label to it. And then snacks and sips. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things I got that are in this category. So I got myself some tea. I am in love with Yogi tea. Now, when I say that, I should really say I'm in love with their packaging, because I don't actually drink their tea. I have the weirdest habit. Please tell me other people out there have this habit. I love buying the tea for the packaging and the way it sounds, and it's so pretty. But I don't like drinking hot tea. Or maybe I think I don't. I don't drink it, so I don't know. But I am determined that I'm going to start drinking tea. And I'm going to use Camp Reset to kick me off. And I just thought this sounded just lovely. A skin detox. So this would be part of one of my like self-care rituals, having some tea while I like do my like a cleanse, like oil cleansing, or do like a facial or something. I don't have a tub anymore, so no baths for me, but something like that. So I got myself some tea from my box, and I'm gonna kind of, make myself like, come on, get into it, because I have like 6 different boxes of tea. I even bought a little tea organizer that had little spots for the packets, you guys. So I don't know. I think that's weird that I went to that much trouble, but I can't say that I've had any of it or drank any of it, but I'm determined. Now, as far as drinking goes, I just got this on Amazon, and I thought this was really neat, so I thought I would show you guys, because I have become obsessed with fruit-infused water. I've never liked lemon water or any of that, but I decided with all this healthy mindset that I'm trying to adopt, that fruit is like very much a detoxifier. So I decided I'm going to make water more interesting to drink, because I think a lot of us struggle with drinking our water. So this little guy comes with a little neoprene sleeve to kind of help insulate it, which I thought was very clever. I've never seen a bottle like that. And then this little guy has this little kind of snappy top, and so it keeps that from leaking out. Sorry, this camera is very different than what I'm used to. And then obviously what you guys are seeing is this tube that's going into the inside, and that is where all your delicious fruit chunks go. So you could cut up watermelon, lemon, strawberries, kiwi, all that good stuff, and they go in here. And then your water would stick in there. So I got one of these for myself, hoping that this would encourage me to get more creative with my water, and therefore would drink more of it. Today I had watermelon water, which was really good. Yesterday was strawberry and lemon. Obviously, none of that was in this container because this one's brand new. So this guy is Hydra-C, and I got it on Amazon, of course. And it came in many different colors. So yes, Miss Diane, I see a lot of ginger in the recipes. I am not a ginger fan, so that's going to definitely take me some time to get used to it, I think. I'm going to have to, I want to make myself kind of push through some of these ideas in my head that like, oh, that's gross. I want to get past that because I need to think about ginger is a really good additive for stuff. And then I got something different. I decided to try something different. So I have these little pepitas. These are great for salads and snacking on. I don't know if they are the little seeds inside of pumpkin seeds, but they sure seem like it to me. These came from Winco, I think. If you guys have Winco is kind of a cool store because it has all the bins. So, I see some of you guys sharing little little ideas. That's what's going to be so fun about Camp Reset because we're going to be able to do that. There's going to be an opportunity. One of the challenges is sharing a recipe. That's actually a badge that you can earn because you share in the group. Like here's one of my favorite infused water recipes, or here's one of my favorite snacks that I love after exercise. So see, doesn't that sound fun, you guys? Okay, so yes, they are officially pumpkin seeds. Thank you, girls. And then this is something Mark and I recently discovered, and I've walked past these a cajillion times, but because I wasn't being healthy, I was like, I don't need that stuff. So the Lara Bar, these are amazing. And what I think is so cool about them is when you read the ingredients, they are like ingredients, like food. This has got dates, cashews, blueberries, and lemon juice. Oh, and vanilla extract. So I just think that's awesome. And so to me, this would be something I would toss in my bin and have a couple of them in there just in case I was, wanting to go to the park or something. And then I could have like a little healthy snack with me while I was doing that. Amy, you are so right. Cherry pie is the best. It is the best flavor if you guys want to try these. And honestly, we went to several stores to just look at the price. You can get them on Amazon if you want to get a whole box of the cherry pie one. It is like, I want to say it's $17 with Prime, $17.67 I think. And I think there's, Mark, is there 24 in a box?
Oh, I think there's 16.
There's 16 bars in a box. So it's
you don't even drink the tea you buy.
Nothing to see here, Mark. Now I'm all distracted. What was I saying? Okay, so if you're really committed to doing this, there are 16 bars in a box, $17 on Amazon, and that's the lowest price I've seen. If you don't want to be committed to buying 16 bars of one flavor, Whole Foods was actually the cheapest that we saw, regular price. So there you go. So those are healthy snacks and sips. So just some ideas. So finding things that are healthy that you can crunch on. I grabbed some organic 365 brand popcorn, and I want to say it was like a white cheddar. So I had that in my little bin as a healthy snack. Okay, so where are we at with candle. I put candle on the list. I can't really have candles in the RV, so I don't have one myself, but I know for most of you, a candle is an awesome option for kind of creating mood. And I know, just one second, I'm grabbing something. Okay, so I have this little self-care kit on the floor, which I'll show you in a second, but I got this recently on Amazon. Look how teeny it is. This is a little diffuser, and I got it because I had to find one that doesn't use electricity, like it uses battery. This one actually uses battery, a USB plug, so you could plug it into your phone charger, or you could plug it into your laptop. But it's a little teeny tiny diffuser. So little oil diffuser. So I wanted to try. I've never tried essential oils or any of that. I know a lot of you are what do you call it? Essential oil users and gurus because they're extremely popular. But I thought this was really cute. It's very RV friendly because it's so tiny. So, and you can travel with it, which I think is one of the ways that they market this particular brand is that it's for traveling because it's so little. So it's called Aroma Allure Portable USB Diffuser. So getting together your diffuser with essential oils. So one thing you might want to consider is like pick a special oil that's just for Camp Reset. And you guys know how that works, like how your mind kind of like attaches to a smell and it creates a memory. So every time you smell that smell, it makes you think of that thing or that person. So pick an essential oil. Treat yourself to a little bottle of oil. Maybe it's a new oil to you, but pick something that's special and that when you put it in your little diffuser or you just sniff from the bottle, because that's generally what I do, it takes you there. It takes you to your happy place. So that would be something I would recommend is get yourself the little things that help you get you in that really relaxed state of mind that you're ready to enjoy camp and do activities and all that fun stuff. And if it takes diffusing, then there you go. I know a lot of you love it. So I have fluffy socks on here. I know a lot of you guys are living in a heat wave right now, and the idea of putting fluffy socks on is horrifying. But if you live in air conditioning, maybe your feet do get chilly at night. Some of us don't live on the sun right now. It has not been hot where I am. And the thing about fluffy socks is you could give yourself like an olive oil or a coconut oil foot massage and then put fluffy socks on. Just like while you sleep, or if that drives you crazy, you could just put it on and put fluffy socks on while you watch a movie. But fluffy socks are great for helping like get some of that oil into your skin and like get them nice. And that way, if you walk to the refrigerator, you don't kill yourself on the floor when you slip. Not that that's ever happened to me. So I have to keep looking down at the chat room because I feel like you guys are all having a party without me. Because I got to keep my eyes here. And I'm like, what's going on over there? So, wow, Julie, I'm from the Bay Area. I lived in Pleasanton where it was much hotter, and I also lived in Fremont, which was like 10 degrees cooler than that. But I've seen some of the, my mom now lives out in the Modesto area, and they've been seeing 100 plus, like 107, 106. So I'm not in a hurry to get down there because up here, it's like, and some of you are going to be super jealous, but we've been having like our hot days have been like 70, 75. I think tomorrow will be a high of 80. So, yep, Karen, 115. I don't know how people live in heat like that. I would go crazy. I'm so irritable in the heat. I'm like I don't even like myself when I'm all hot and irritable. So I couldn't stand it. So, I just saw someone say their garage smelled like smoked meats. You must be very popular. Either with the guys in your neighborhood or the dogs. Sorry, I'm like totally getting caught up in what you guys are talking about. All right, the show must go on, or this is going to be like a 6-hour show. Okay, so you might notice I'm wearing new pajamas. So I'm like polka dots on polka dots, and these would have been an unfortunate choice for tonight's show. But I treated myself to new jammies for the summer because the Late Night Crafty Club, duh. But little cute pajamas, I think is a nice little treat yourself. And it's nice for the summer, but it could be like your little comfy thing you do for self-care. It's like a nice little thing, and it gets you in the, I'm in my special little uniform, right? Like a Girl Scout. And, if you have to sew it that way to your significant other, I give you permission to do so. But I got these I want to say these came from Target, and I want to say they were about $17. So I thought that was pretty reasonable. And they're super comfy. I actually got myself one size bigger so that they'd be very loose, and I could, wear them on air, so I didn't feel like I was like a little sausage when I was moving around. So jammies is a nice little self-care thing, a nice little a treat for yourself. That's what I say. And then where are we at? Bubbles. Okay. Bubbles, you guys. These were 50 cents at Rite Aid. They were on sale. Back when I used to work as a secretary, I was an executive assistant. So I always had a very stressful job because I was always the assistant to the president or the CEO. And those they love to work, and they work long hours, and they are very demanding types. And one of the things that I got in the habit was I used to carry bubbles with me. And when I would go take a break, or go for a walk to clear my mind, or go sit, I used to go down to the end of the street and go sit on a wall and look at the sunset, because I used to work some long hours before I met that. I would go blow bubbles. I love blowing bubbles. Bubbles are so awesome. And who right now is thinking about Finding Nemo? Bubble, bubble, bubble. But they have this really great Miss Kelly Bangs, who thinks she's funny right now. So Miss Kelly Bangs Creative is my partner in crime for Camp Reset, helping me design and get everything all beautiful for everyone. So I just saw her joining us in the chat room. So bubbles. Invest in a bottle of bubbles. This is a wonderful stress reliever. It's forcing you to blow out all the negativity. Like, think about that as you're blowing your bubble. And I'm sorry, we're all going to revisit our childhood, right? When you're a kid, weren't bubbles the most magical thing in the world? I mean, toddlers, dogs, they're all entranced by bubbles. They're so amazing. Bubbles. This was 75 cents, 50 cents, 75. So treat yourself to a bottle of bubbles and keep it in your bin, because it might be something that will help you in a self-care act. We're going to do some exercises in mindfulness, because all of us probably are very much about thinking always about, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this. We forget to stop and smell the roses so much that stopping to blow a bubble, watch it grow and expand, watching all the beautiful, that kind of like rainbow effect that it gives as it's growing bigger, is mesmerizing. And it fills you with childlike wonder, doesn't it? So it's going to be a mindful moment opportunity. So mark my words. Another thing on there is I keep all my little technology stuff in a pouch so that I can just grab it and go. And this would be a perfect opportunity for you to do that. I have my Kindle in here, and there's probably about 500 books on this one. And most of them are all not self-care. They're self-improvement. I love, 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 love personal development. I always have. And so I love reading books like that. So keep a Kindle, an e-reader. Keep it in your bin, because you will be reading as part of Camp Reset. I also have my iPod in here. Again, this is a great way for you to create your own playlist. What are the songs that put you in your happy place? They have lots of free music available. They have very inexpensive. You can get, I downloaded 100 classical music. What do they call those? Pieces? 100 classical music. I can't think. They're not songs. I just can't remember what they call classical music. Anyway, maybe somebody. Oh, that's lovely. Someone can help me out here with what we call classical music. But it was 99 cents on iTunes. So I thought that was awesome. 99 cents for some beautiful music to listen to. And so I keep all of my little cords and everything I need for all that in here. So that right there, people, is a really quick, easy way to keep all your little essentials together. Just stick them in a pouch so that you have what you need. And if you have to, flee the house for some reason, quickly, you can just grab your little pouch and you have music and you have something to read. So put together a little pouch of tech in case you need that for your Camp Reset experience. An iPod or iPad. So book about healthy diet, exercise, emotional well-being. So I just want to show you some things I got the other day. I got this from... It wasn't Whole Foods. It was I think it was Winco. So there was this really cool magazine, and I flipped through this one. There's another one from Time magazine out right now. I didn't like that one as much as this, but it's all about mindfulness, and there's all these great articles in it and exercises. And I'm really going to try to make that part of the theme that I work on in Camp Reset, is being mindful, being present. Not always thinking, 6 steps ahead of myself. Just be right here and like enjoy that moment. So I have this one. I found this magazine. Who doesn't love a weight loss transformation story? They're so inspiring. They make those of us who have the whole journey ahead of us inspired to keep walking, right? So I usually will get, this is the first time I've ever seen this particular magazine, but it's made by Oxygen. And a lot of times those special edition magazines that they put out, those are the ones I tend to grab because they're packed with like really good ideas and exercising and stuff. So I grabbed this one for myself, and then now I'm going to share with you a big secret. One of my addictions is, and I know I am not alone, the Women's World magazine. This thing is like $1.70 something. I love these stories, the little diet that they show you. I feel like I'm always up on the trend, what's going on in the fitness world, because they are so good at showcasing so many different stories of success and different books that are out there. So I generally grab this one, and I have for years. So this article is all about walking. So, and they're in the grocery checkout line at every grocery store in America. So I know all of you guys are probably like, yep, I always throw that one in my cart. I just have this thing about it. I love these things. In fact, I'm going to show you how my whole collection over the years, because it goes back years, but I'm going to show you how I use these articles, how I've built this whole binder as like this amazing resource for myself that has helped me lose weight so many different times. And it has lots of great ideas in it, but I use a lot of this just to kind of help keep me inspired. Reading the stories, like the women that they feature and hearing their stories and their trials. So much of it just puts me in this mindset of like, I want to succeed. So I will be showing that to you in a separate video that we have in camp. And a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you, like I'm going to do a special video that really hones in detail on certain things that I think are helpful to you. But grab some special magazines and don't read them. Don't look at them until you're in camp. Like make that a treat for yourself. Like now I'm going to be like a student of self-care right now. Now I'm at camp. Now I'm in my little cabin and I'm just kind of hanging out on my bed by myself and I'm turning pages and I'm just having some alone time. That's kind of what I want you to treat this bin. Like make it be the thing that maybe you don't touch stuff in this bin unless you're at camp. Make it special. Make it separate from all your other stuff. And that way it makes it more fun, when you're getting to play with the stuff that's in it. And I said, so books. So, I actually kind of got those. So I got this book recently on Amazon. It's I Am Here Now. It's from the Mindfulness Project. And it's super cute. It's like a little doodly book, and it's full of all these like really cute daily activities. I mean, you could do them every day if you wanted to, but fun little puzzles and things that make you get you thinking about being mindful, being present, thinking about things that you might not ordinarily think about. So I grabbed this off of Amazon because I wanted to show it to you mostly. But I'm kind of thinking it's called like a field guide, field notes. Which I think is so cute. But I thought it would be really awesome for some of you if mindfulness is something you want to focus on, and you could put it, in your bin for camp. It was, I want to say it was less than $10 on Amazon. Another book I grabbed because this Dr. Joel Fuhrman, I really like him. I love his platform, and he's been featured in a couple of the documentaries that I've been watching lately on Netflix. So this one's called Eat to Live, which is all about, really focusing on food, not as entertainment or emotional comfort, but as nutrients to fuel your body and nothing more. So I thought that was an interesting thing, and I attached my special little highlighter to it so that I would be all ready to go and start highlighting because I love to highlight. So that was another. And then Miss Laura Casey, her team sent me a Happy Mail today. It was very unexpected, and she sent me a copy of her new book, Cultivate. So this would be a fantastic book. I'm sure some of you actually own it. But this is a great book to stick in your bin because it's all about a grace-filled guide to growing an intentional life. Isn't that what we're trying to do here? We're intentionally creating moments of self-care, creativity, taking care of ourselves. So this might be perfect reading for some of you guys. So I know a lot of you. Yes, April, you are correct. I have that one too. If you guys saw the Flow magazine, and I think it was from last year, they had a mindfulness issue. You could find that still today. They have it on their website. You could probably find it on eBay as well. I've seen it online, but it's the mindfulness issue. And it has a girl on the cover. She's so cute. She's illustrated, and I think she's got like a little cup of tea or something in her hands, but her little eyes are closed. But that is a really good magazine, especially for us to like cut up and use in our vision boards or vision pages. So consider that as another resource. And okay, so that is these, and then and then another kind of like a fun activity that gets your little mind going, and it's really I like doing this for like my brain is word seek, and I found the Remember When version, which will be perfect for Gen Xers because there's a lot of puzzles in here that talk about shows that were on when we were little kids. So I think their target audience are probably baby boomers because of some of this stuff is like I don't remember, but these are so fun. I love I feel like I'm doing something good for my brain. I feel like I'm exercising my brain. So word searches, Sudoku, did I say that right? Crossword puzzles, those kinds of things. Those are great to throw in your bin because I consider that exercise your mind. And it's helping you stay focused, enjoy a snack. It's like a fun little activity. You know, there's break times at camp. And then, so then I have this thing about mud masks, beauty treatment, facial packets. And I assume that most of you would know what I'm talking about, but I have this little train case. I actually have this in the RV. So I set this up to be kind of like my self-care ritual kit, so that the stuff in here is things I use, whether it's every night or every other night. But what I meant by mud masks and packets are, these kinds of like packets that you get at these all came from CVS, Rite Aid. This is like $2. These were like $3. These are the like Korean skincare lines that they have at CVS now. They are super popular. The Korean skincare is like crazy popular. So I was excited to try these. They're the kind that are like putting a piece of paper on your face with your little holes cut out for your eyes and mouth. So you look crazy when you're wearing them. But they are very soothing. So this is for hair. It's a coconut oil treatment, and those were for the face. These were inexpensive little treats for your little hair and your skin because that's taking care of yourself. I've been hoarding this lotion for a long time because I don't think that they sell it anymore. But it's the Tahiti Sweetie from Bath and Body Works. So it's a special lotion. I only use it for like special occasions. So I put that in there because it's special. And after, like, if you take a nice bubble bath or something and you put on like a special lotion, your nice new little jammies, and it's like you're just kind of setting the mood. And it's like having a date with yourself. Instead of going out, getting all, dressed up and going out, you're just at home with yourself and having like a nice relaxing evening. So in here, I just decided that I was going to try out some new products. I treated myself to some rose water. I cannot pronounce that, maracuja oil. So some inexpensive products that I found on Amazon to just try out and try some skincare, like to make more effort into taking care of my skin at night because as you get older, your skincare routine should change. And you should be moisturizing areas that you probably didn't think about before. So that would be an example of that. I mentioned a pencil pouch. A lot of you guys have seen this guy on Instagram. It is my go-to ride or die pencil pouch. It has all my essentials in it, all the things that I use daily. And I think the two things in here I use the most besides actual pens are my little washi ring samples that I made myself and my little tiny corrector tape. So make yourself a little pouch that has just the basics, like little sticky notes, stuff that you would use for journaling, doing any kind of work in your self-care planner. So put together just a very simple little pouch of just essentials so that you're not like digging through your whole collection and it's just for your bin. Okay, it's just pick a special pen that you don't use very much. Pick some things that maybe they don't get like all your attention and put them in a bin. And so this is just the stuff you use at Camp Reset, right? It might feel more special when you're giving it. It has more like of your focus and attention. And then journal. So I have a regular journal, but what I'm going to be using, and this doesn't start till August, but I'm going to be using this as kind of a journal for my health. Going forward, starting in August. I keep going back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's going to be about health and self-care, and sometimes it's going to be about this. But I got the bigger version of it. It's the Shop Bando planner because I liked how fun and vibrant it was, but I also liked that it had like a pretty decent amount of room to write. So I'm going to start. I want to kind of have a simple planner that I could just kind of not scrapbook in, but kind of like collage in, throw quotes, throw things that were encouraging. I just wanted something that felt like what I used to do in high school. And this Shop Bando, their planners feel like that. They feel very much like what you remember from being like in junior high and high school. They're very youthful and fun. So I just wanted to kind of do that for myself. So this is what I'm going to be kind of using as like a journalish thing. And then a planner or a traveler's notebook. So I'm using both. I'm going to be using my Vanderspec as my self-care planner because it is so awesome. And it has the most amazing rings that are super big. So this is what I have all my self-care tabs and all set up in here. And I'm going to do a video just on this planner when we get going in camp, because I'm going to do a walkthrough of how to set up your planner with the tabs and everything that I've given you, and then I'll show you what I got going in that. And then I have a traveler's notebook that I'm going to be using. This is from Freckled Fawn. And I have a couple inserts in here, including a food journal insert. And we used to sell this food journal. I think we still have some. They're just not in the store at the moment. But Yellow Paper House made these for me because they always make my inserts with the light cardstock. But it's a food journal for kind of recording things. I just haven't decided how I'm going to use this one or not. But so here's my traveler's notebook. I'm going to be setting this up as well. And then so the Retreat Crafty Girl Play Kit. So what did I do with that? I will bet you anything. Oh, I know where it is. So I did something after doing that huge craft de-stash that I did so long ago. I decided that I was going to make myself a special kind of like Camp Reset kit where it was, I'm only going to play with this stuff when I'm at Camp Reset. I don't get to touch it any other time. And that way it made it feel more exciting and fun, and like I would look forward to doing stuff because that's the only time I would get to use it. So I am going to be using the Retreat kit that we just launched on the 17th, and they're already sold out, which I was super excited about. However, if you didn't get one and you would love to have one, I would tell you this: I thought this was an actual kit, but I just realized this is a kit I made myself. Okay. Mr. Crafty, would you mind grabbing me a Discover kit on the shelf? Thank you. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. So I have these brand new layering circles that have not gotten into the store yet, but they're going to be a special edition bundle that are limited edition. And so I put them into my own little kit here to be using. And I also have a full sheet set of Lister's Got a List sticker prompts, because I actually want to do some listing, because listing is a very simple, easy thing to do quickly. It gives you a memory keeping activity, but it's also very creative and simple. So I wanted to throw that in there. If you didn't get a retreat kit, we do have Discover left, and to me, Discover is a perfect camp reset kit, because it's about self-discovery. It's about discovering yourself, which is what a lot of us are going to be doing at Camp Reset. So unfortunately, I did not get to do a video for Discover, so it didn't really get, I think, in people's faces as much as I would have loved. This kit is so beautiful. It has the most gorgeous stickers in it. Like, every time I see the sticker sheet, it makes my heart go pitter-pat. So Discover is a perfect kit for having, like, just doing crafting for this Camp Reset. So I gave myself a couple little kits that I put together in here, and I treated myself to a couple products, the new products, like some die cuts from Dear Lizzie and some little gold stickers, because as God is my witness, I'm going to start doing memory keeping. Like, I've been watching some videos and getting very inspired. So I went on Citrus Twist Kits website. Miss Trina is a friend of mine, and I love the fact she is now doing her own little designs and stuff. And I just thought, oh my gosh, there's like cool new stuff on there. So I treated myself. I got some new things, and I will show you, like, one of her stickers they're leatherette. So they're kind of like leather stickers. How fun is that? So I don't get to play with those or touch those unless I'm at Camp Reset. So I deliberately got stuff that I thought was really fun and unique and different, and I am putting together this little crafty kit that's just for Camp Reset. So I'm very excited about that. So I would suggest you do the same thing. Put something together where you pull some of the products out of your craft stash that you overlook a lot of the time, and just say, hey, these are the only things that I'm going to work on, or work with, I should say. I went on a walk the other day in Point Defiance with my friend Heather, and apparently there is a Facebook group that goes through the park and they hide rocks. And when we were going on this 3-mile walk, which was stunning, I found like 4 of them, but this was the first one I found, and I thought it was so cool because we were just talking about how important it was to eat healthy and how I have to make all these changes. And it takes a while, but this is the first time in my life where I'm not feel like I'm in a sprint. I feel like I'm in a marathon, like it's going to take a while, and now I'm willing to be a little bit more thoughtful and slow about my changes so they'll stick. And as I was saying that, I found this awesome rock that said radishes. Just eat it. And I thought that was so cool. So I started thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? This would be a fun activity for us Camp Reset campers to do for ourselves, or to do for other people to find. When we do our nature walk, when we get out there and go do some little the walks and exercises that we're going to do in week 3, this could be a really fun activity where we paint some rocks and leave them little messages. Hey, reset yourself. Like, it could be encouraging, happy messages for other people to find. So I thought that would be really cool. And then the other rock I found, which this made my jaw drop because it's up. This was my wedding theme. This is what Mark and we used I had a whole bunch of little up details in our wedding, including our wedding invitations, the program. When people got their invitation, they got a copy of the movie. We had this really cute little yellow paper mache house with balloons coming out of it for the cake table. This is the book that everyone signed, says, my adventure book. It was just like the one Ellie had. So I saw that and I was like, I was meant to find it. So it's so fun. So imagine that you get to give that experience to somebody else, finding something fun like this. So we're going to do that as a group, because if we were at camp, we would be doing arts and crafts, right? And rocks are easy to find, and all you're going to do is do something really simple. So it doesn't have to be, we're not going to be judging each other on our artistic painting abilities. So, and then I want you guys to consider finding a little prop, something that we're going to do, like some mindfulness activities, something that you kind of are going to just, I know this sounds a little silly, but I was reading something about how people practice mindfulness by grabbing something, and in this case, they were talking about a rock, treating that rock with care, taking it with you to work, putting it, on your desk at work and noticing it and talking to it like it was a little, like a thing. So I thought, what if we did that? What if we did some mindful exercises at camp? And in my case, I found this cute little bird in my prop box. And I am going to have him, and he's going to be my little mascot for camp. And so it will make sense, I assure you, when we actually do the exercises. But find a little prop. It could be a stuffed animal from your kid's room. It's something around the house. You don't have to go buy anything. And let me say that also, because I should have started off with that. I want you guys to shop your house first before you go buy stuff, because you probably have a lot of the things that I've mentioned as I've been showing you, or you could make stuff you own work. So don't feel like I'm pressing you or pressuring you to go buy things, because that's not the point. I want this to be a super fun experience. I don't want people like facing credit card statements in August and cursing me. So I want you guys to shop your house, shop your stash for this bin that you're going to be putting together. And then finally, I want you guys to consider a timer of some kind. Now, most of us have a smartphone, and there's free apps where you can use a timer. I like using old-fashioned timers because I don't like touching my phone more than I have to. I feel like my phone is a huge distraction, and so I would rather not have to use my phone. So I got this cute little timer somewhere. I don't even remember, but I thought it was really cute, and it was not expensive. It was probably $3. So you want some kind of timer, because you are going to time yourself for some exercises to make sure you're actually doing the 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or whatever that I challenge you to do in the first week. We're going to be doing some habits where you need to do 10 minutes of creativity a day, 20 minutes of exercise total. They could be 2 10-minute sessions. And then I think there's a 10-minute self-care something, okay? So you're going to want this to make sure you do your time, because we're all on the honor system about badge earning, but I really want you to be mindful of the time you're spending doing things. So a timer. So it's 9:27. I feel like I've been talking a whole lot. I feel pretty tired right now. So how's the chat room going? I feel like I've missed out on all the fun. You guys are just having fun without me over there. Yes. So it sounds like my little video might not be working perfectly.
It's out of sync.
I'm out of sync, apparently. Story of my life. Yeah. So World Market has cute timers. And no, Kelly, I did not say badgering. I did not. So one of the things that we're going to do in the last week for creative challenges is we're going to do a challenge where we're going to pick a project or something that's been on your list forever to do, because all of us have those things, unfinished projects. Maybe it's a Pinterest pin. Some of us have like a lot of Pinterest pins where we're like, I'm going to make that thing, I'm going to do that, and then we never do. So we're going to do a creative challenge where I'm going to challenge you to actually do that thing. Pick one of your projects that you've never finished or started, and that's going to be the thing that you work on. So I actually have already picked out mine, and it's kind of funny because it's actually has a different meaning than when I first purchased this. I saw this really cool craft project years ago. I think back when I was doing the reset, like becoming the reset girl, and that was like 8 years ago. I saw it on a blog and I thought it was amazing. And so I even went out on eBay and I found the actual book that she used for her project. So it was one of these old Better Homes and Gardens. They have all these, like, this was a handyman's book. So it had a bunch of pages in it with how to fix stuff, how to do things. They have them for gardening, for sewing, and they have a home decorator one. I have 3 of these total, so I have the home decorator version too. So it was a really cool vintage book. They're handbooks to kind of guide you into learning how to do different things. And I took the guts out of this one, and I was going to transform it into a totally different product, but now I've changed my mind. I think this would be a perfect book to use as like a memory keeping book for my dad. So, because my dad was an amazing handyman. My mom, she kept saying that because they were in the process of buying a house when he passed. So he passed away, and literally the next day, the movers showed up to move my mom into their new home. And ever since she's gotten in there, and I think she's been in her new home now about a month, she constantly says, I was so spoiled. Your dad knew how to do so many things, and now I have to start calling people. So I think that is a great testimony to my dad. So I'm going to do scrapbooking, and I'm going to do layouts featuring photos of my father. I think this would be awesome. So that is the project that I'm going to do, because I've been saying for years, I'm going to learn how to do memory keeping. And there's a style that I really, really, really love. And I've taken like little screenshots and stuff of it, and I made myself like a little inspiration book so I can kind of see like, oh, I love when people do this and this and this. So I'm teaching myself how to have my own style by looking at the little details of things other people do. So that's what I'm going to be doing in camp, and I'm going to make a scrapbook photo album for my father. So there's a lot of you that probably have projects and things that you've always wanted. You have materials for that thing and you've never finished it. So here is going to be the opportunity to actually do one of those projects, and you'll earn a badge. So how awesome is that? So I feel like I've just ran a mile. Hi, Miss Angela. Oh, I see you. I see you and Kelly making fun of me. It's not Badger Camp. I honestly don't think I said badgering. But anyway, so thank you, Miss Heather. I thought that was like a really cool, when I was looking, I'm like, oh, that would make an amazing thing. So what I realized is the only thing I have to do is just punch my pages a little differently, because they have this kind of like 5-ring style, but it's very unique to them. So I just have to go, trim my pages and punch it to fit this. Or I could just change out the mechanism, but I don't want to do that because the mechanism is really nice and big. I have a hard time working with this camera. I'm like, oh, I don't know how to fix it. So, hi, Miss Michelle. So, good night, Lucy. Thank you for hanging in with us. It's 1:30 where you are. I'm glad you showed up. Yes, the email does come out on Monday. So on Monday, you will be getting your big, giant welcome packet. And you will have all week to digest it, to read it through. And then the first day of camp is on July 1st. And on June 29th, we'll have roll call in the Facebook group. And roll call is, I'm going to make a post and say, okay, everybody, just like we do here in the Late Night Crafty Club, I'm going to post something and say, who are you? Where are you from? And then here's this question you guys are going to answer. And that way you guys get to talk and hopefully, talk with each other and interact the way you guys do here. This is my favorite part of Late Night Crafty Club, and I hope it's your favorite part, is that you guys get to talk to each other, because I'm over here blah, 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 but you guys actually get to interact and talk probably with people that, that totally get you. And how awesome is that? No one here is judging you for having your huge washi collection. This is your opportunity to hang out with people just like yourself. So Michelle says she has never been so excited for a Monday. Can we get a slap it high on that? Because that's the truth. So Monday is the new Sunday. What? So Kelly and I will be working on that all the rest of the week. Getting the welcome email and the welcome packet nailed down, because it's a lot of pages. I'm not going to lie to you. But I hope that when you guys open it, you're just like, oh, this is amazing. Yes. Roll call is on June 29th. I want you guys to be excited. And I want you guys to feel the love when you see all of the detail and care that you're getting every week. This is literally my way of hugging you, appreciating you, showing I care about you and your life, and all that we're doing together as a group is all those little steps of helping us reset ourselves. We're resetting, nutrition, movement, not exercise, movement, creativity. A lot of times we get in ruts, and a lot of times we tend to start stepping back from our activity, and then we become watchers. We're watching other people. I do it all the time on social media. I'm not creating, but I'll sit there and watch other people create. And this is going to kind of help us become the star of our own show again. We're going to get in there and we're going to start creating, moving, eating better by making little choices, little habits. This is not going to be this I don't want anyone to think anyone's asking you to be on a diet or anything. This is just giving you little tips, and you'll have an opportunity to share tips yourself. So this is going to be a wonderful thing. So, Mr. Franklin, I hope you have joined our camp. I have not seen your face in the Facebook group. So, I would love to have you there. And if any of you guys have not signed up for camp, let me show you again. I made these it's so high tech here. I made down. There you go. See my high tech graphics that I have? That's so cool, Casey. Corey's a great name. I love my name. Register for camp. Right there is the registration email. You type it exactly the way it looks, even with that funny bit.ly. That's actually a custom link that I have. So that will take you right to the camp page, and you can sign up, and then you will get an email saying, hey, and we'll go from there. Now, some people will say that I didn't get my email or I didn't see my email. If you feel like you're not seeing it, or no matter how much you look, I really want you to look for emails that say do not reply at theresetgirl.com, because that's what the address is that sends it to you. So do that search, and if you still don't see it, please contact us at slapitHigh@theresetgirl.com so that someone can help you, and we can look up your account and see, did you sign up? Does it look like it sent it to you? We want to double check that. So that's the registration. Look for the email. If you don't see it, check do not reply at theresetgirl.com as the sender, and see if you received anything from that. If you didn't, email us and we will help you find it. If you would like the packing list that I went over tonight, and you would like the label for your bin, that's where you go. You'll notice that it's my free resource library. You will see other freebies that we've talked about in the Late Night Crafty Club. If you didn't get those, please sign up to grab them. I think a couple of them just take you right to the item. You don't even have to do it through email. The reason why email is such a crucial thing to me, and why I link so many things to email, is because that is my way of being able to communicate to you guys as best as I can, because you guys are kind of in and out of social media. We all are. So sometimes you'll miss a post, you'll miss a video, you'll miss an Instagram thing I've done. And this way, if you have email, anything important I'm doing, I will be able to tell you, hey friend, this is what I'm doing. Don't miss out on this amazing thing I'm doing. So, okay. So now I'm just kind of Sharon. Oh my gosh, that's exactly right. Who watched the original Parent Trap and loved the camp that they were at? I used to wish that that's what camp was like. I went to 6th grade camp, and that's not what it was like at all. But yes, the original Parent Trap was a super cute movie and super fun. So yeah, you guys, hey, that's a great idea. Why don't you like try and find camp themed movies to get yourself in the mood? You know, like make this week about camp themed fun, you know? So I'm going to be giving you guys that email on Monday, and that will further help you prepare. And that's the whole point of the welcome email, is to get you prepared so that you know what to plan for, and you're getting an idea of what we're going to be talking about, because I've been covering stuff here too, so you understand. This is going to be an interactive online experience. All of us are going to use our imaginations. We're all going to like have access to my playlists. You're going to be able to spend time this week building yourself an amazing music playlist to listen to. Think outside the box. If I have not mentioned something and you're like, oh, that would be amazing, or this is how I'm wired, this would work for me, do it. Share, and then feel free to share in the Facebook group. Like, this is what I'm doing to prepare. And hey, if you want to share that you're going to Camp Reset, I'm going to be making you guys a social media graphic that you can share on Instagram and on your Facebook wall to invite more campers, because this is something awesome and amazing for everyone to participate in. So you could share it with others and get more campers involved. Like, this is, think of it as like it's a blessing that you want to share it with your friends or people that you think could really benefit from it, because this is going to be fun, and it's going to be something that, you know, you're going to be really glad that you did. And I want you to know that when it comes to this Camp Reset, you know, the responsibility is on you, that you have to show up. In order to get something out of this camp experience, in order for this to be successful, you have to show up. You have to participate. And there's different levels of participation, and the more you participate, there's a badge for that. But the more that you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. So that it largely depends on you. This is not a passive activity where you're watching other people do things. This is for you, and this is not something that you should feel like people are going to judge your photograph or what you're sharing or what you did. I have the most positive, encouraging groups on Facebook, and I make a point of that. I don't want people to feel judged, and I don't want them to feel like I'm not doing this as good as she's doing it. This is not a place for perfectionism or comparison. This is for all of us. We're all doing this together for the first time. I'm new to this too. I've never done this before, so we're all doing it together. So I want you guys to feel like this is all this fun camp. And guess what? Most of us are probably introverts, and now you don't actually have to go to camp and interact with people. You can do it from the privacy of your own home, which I'm sure a lot of us are like, yes. So, yes, Amy, I'm sure it will be, because I didn't have a great time at 6th grade camp. I still have those memories. So, hi, Miss Natasha. What time is it where you are? Let's see. You're on the other side of the world, so you are. I don't even know what time it is where you are. Yay for home camp, Angela! It's camp in our bathroom or in our car or our closet or wherever we can have it. But this is going to be the best camp ever because, well, you're grown up now and no one can make you do anything you don't want to do. And this is going to be your comfort level, and you putting yourself together, this amazing experience. I treated myself to some magazines, like a book or two. I even treated myself to a new pair of running shoes because I really, first of all, they're really super cute. And I love wearing them, like putting them on my feet. I already feel like energetic. So whatever you have to do to get yourself in that mindset, please shop your house first before you go out and buy stuff. And then if you feel the need to treat yourself and get those little extras, please do. So, Natasha, you are in the future, girl. It is Saturday at 2:45 p.m. So what does tomorrow look like? I always think that's so funny how you guys are like in a whole other day. One time years ago, I went to Fiji, and when you fly to Fiji, you end up losing a day. So it's like if you leave on Monday, it's like you arrive on Wednesday. So you get your day back when you go home, but it's really weird to feel like you're so far in the future from everyone else you know back home. So, hi, Miss Kim in New Zealand. Oh my gosh, that's so weird to me. But I'm so glad you guys are here. It's so funny that you're like in a totally different time zone. So such a different day even. Mr. Franklin, what is the Facebook group? So if you go if you go to this email, this website, there is a link to the Facebook group, and all you have to do, oh, Miss Corey solved it. She got you in. So you are, I think, our only boy in the group, because I usually the boys that want to join our groups they look like they're spam accounts. So yay, Hope, I'm so glad you did. So I saw a Norway message earlier too, that someone's in Norway. I just think that's so awesome when you guys come from other countries and you're probably exhausted and staying up to be part of this. So I appreciate that. See, when I say it's the late night crafty club, I didn't lie, did I? This lives up to the marketing. It is the late night crafty club. And here we go. So I usually wrap this up at 10 o'clock and then I'm out, but I thought because I've missed all the chat that I would just sit here and watch you guys chat and participate. But last year we took the camper above the Arctic Circle. Wow. Exactly. There's no mosquitoes at Camp Reset and no like late night walks to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So that's all good things. So I know, Michelle, it's past a lot of bedtimes, huh? I end up being, like, after I do a late night crafty club, I feel like I've just, like, extroverted so much that I can't even process. Like, I'm like, just leave me alone, don't talk to me. It's funny to me how weird it is, like, to feel like I'm being on out there, because I haven't talked or done anything for so long. Hi, Miss Gina. Well, we are wrapping up the whole thing, but do not worry, because this episode of the Late Night Crafty Club will eventually upload onto my channel, and then you guys can watch it. If you don't take notes during the show, you'll get a chance to do that afterwards. And are you helping me?
Yes.
Okay, my tech support is here to help me make my escape out of the Late Night Crafty Club. So, okay, so to wrap things up, Monday is the welcome email. To look for that in your inbox if you've registered, because I will be sending it out to everybody on my mailing list who is registered for camp. It is not too late to sign up for camp. And you know what? That's the great thing. You can sign up for camp in the middle of July, the last week of July, because you'll still get the materials. So the only thing that will happen on July 31st is we will say our goodbyes at camp. And then, so you won't have the Facebook group interaction at that point, but then you will have the materials to work with, so you can, do your own thing in August if July didn't work for you. So I want you to do the activities, even if you have to do them by yourself. I am planning on doing another kind of camp reset thing, either in the late fall or in the winter. I haven't decided, because I meant to do this in June, and instead I ended up in July. So it's kind of made the rest of the year a little awkward. But I wanted to do something a little bit to the end of the year so that we could talk about, hey, 2018 and planning for that and all that good stuff. So I wanted to do another month-long interactive experience, and it might be the Reset Academy, but it will be another Facebook group, and we'll just take the Camp Reset, we'll rename it maybe, and then we'll start all over with a new activity. So I would love to keep this going. I hope this is successful. I hope that you guys love it. The success of the group and everything depends on participation. I hope that you guys share that you're going to be part of Camp Reset. I will be posting in the Facebook group the graphic that you can share with everyone, and please invite other people, because the more the merrier. So that is it for this episode of the Late Night Crafty Club, and I am so grateful that you guys showed up. Thank you so much. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss another episode, be sure to hit the little subscribe button on the YouTube screen And you want to click the little bell icon because that will actually give you the little pop-up that'll say, hey, the Reset Girl posted a video. So I will be posting videos throughout the month of July that will drill down on more tips and ideas for Camp Reset. So the resources will continue to flow. So thank you guys so much for showing up, and it was so awesome to see all your little faces in the club. I love how loyal you guys are, and you show up even though it's late, and thank you so much for doing so. You guys just rock my world. So I will see you guys in the next Late Night Crafty Club. Bye, everybody!